Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Iron Marines. Today we're going to talk about the first paid hero, Fate. So she's the cheapest hero of them all. She's only $2.99, so not too shabby, you know. Um, but is she worth it? That's what we really want to know. Like, should we actually end up buying her? Is she going to be good enough to be worth it? And overall, just to quickly answer your question, I'm going to say probably not. But of course, it's up to each individual person and how they play with them and how well they do with them to actually make them worthwhile. So Fate is sort of like a mid-ranged sniper character who doesn't really make much sense overall. The problem is she's good at sniping things and doing damage from afar, but she does more damage when she's up close, but obviously she's really squishy, and that ends up being kind of troublesome. So it's really hard to meld that together to actually make her an effective hero in surviving and doing a reasonable amount of damage. So I do have a little bit of trouble using her, and I've tried her on quite a few maps, and it's just a little difficult for me. So let's talk about her upgrades really quick. We've got the chameleon suit. It's a chameleon suit, actually. Cutting-edge cloaking technology keeps Fate invisible to enemies and most tax collectors. So this is one of the upgrades that you can actually turn on and off, and it doesn't have a full cooldown if you just leave it on for just a few seconds, which is really cool. I actually have a bunch of fun just walking around cloaking a little bit and getting behind enemies and then just turning it on and then turning it back off, and you can do a bunch of really fun stuff doing it that way. Once you get up to the silver upgrade, you get the chance of an insta-kill while cloaked. So again, it's just a chance. It's not even an automatic insta-kill. It's like, okay, that's alright. That kind of helps us out and everything. But it really isn't even that amazing. The gold upgrade, though, this is actually pretty darn sweet. It doubles the attack range during cloaking. So the cloaking actually is one of the longest lasting upgrades in the game. It lasts for, like, I don't know, 15 seconds or something like that, like 12 seconds. And again, you can turn it off and on as you see fit. So, doubling your attack range and having like a really nice sniper rifle and already doing a pretty decent amount of damage, she ends up being pretty darn good while cloaking. It's just a little bit weird because you don't even really want to use cloaking when you're far away. You kind of want to use it while you're up close and personal, which is, again, hard to make it worthwhile, hard to make it useful. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing this chick. I just have a hard time using her, alright? I think a lot of people might have fun with her, but not me. Alright. Then moving on to the Demolition Expert up in here. It places a powerful explosion and detonates it remotely. Smile for the birdie. So, the sad thing about this upgrade, again, I'm just bashing her even more, right? It's kind of terrible. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but I feel like I have to give my honest opinion to you guys. The sad thing about this upgrade is unlike pretty much every single other upgrade is like as soon as you click it, you start shooting out gas or you start doing something and like start damaging people already. Well, this thing actually has a cooldown. So once you put it down on the ground, you have to like run away so you don't explode yourself. I don't think it damages you, by the way. I've never actually tried. I don't think it does though. You kind of just run away a little bit and then you explode it. So, it's a little difficult to use because honestly, a lot of times you're already killing the enemies where you put that down. So it takes a lot of skill to put this bomb in the exact right spot. You know, expecting enemies to be there in a few seconds instead of right now. But they do have some pretty awesome silver and gold upgrades. Once you get to silver, it's Fallout. Explosives detonation generates a deadly toxic cloud. So not only are we exploding guys, now we're doing extra damage to all the enemies in that area. Pretty sweet. Then Aftermath stuns all surrounding enemies in the detonation area of the effect. So now we're stunning them in this area while doing extra damage to them. So obviously it's a pretty powerful upgrade. I find that the initial explosion doesn't do as much damage as you might like, and it's only good against grouped enemies. If you have any strong enemies whatsoever, you're going to do almost no damage whatsoever, which is honestly usually what kind of damage I want to do to guys. I want to kill those strong units that are building things and tanking things and doing all the real damage or problems to my base. But against small, sort of cheap grouped units, holy crap, dude, this just blows them out of the freaking water, and it does work out really well. But again, because it's sort of difficult to get it in the right spot, it can be hard to use. Moving on to the last upgrade, we get the Black Market Access. Fate uses her Merc Gold card to acquire unusual training and items that increase her attack range. So none of that really matters, it's just extra attack range, right? So, again, this is adding to her sniper ability, just kind of sitting from afar and doing a pretty decent amount of damage. I don't think, though, she even has as much range as a sniper. I think her range is even lower than that, which is kind of sad. So, that's a little bit upsetting, but what you going to do? The silver is give her extra area of vision, so that's obviously a little bit helpful, you know, having a really wide range of being able to see pretty much everything. Could even increase the ability to kill some of the random enemies that kind of have long-range shots as well. And then this is the thing that I thought was kind of weird. Point-blank specialist. Short-range attacks deal extra damage. So when I first started talking about this chick, I was telling you guys, I'm like, it's hard for her to use because she's like a sniper enemy, but then you do extra damage if you're up close. It's like, well, then she's good rounded character, but she doesn't have that much health and she dies sort of easily. So I tend to think that that's sort of difficult to use. But she's sort of like a sniper shotgun artist, you know, that kind of person. All right, we got to show her in some game action up in here, guys. So as you guys know, I've been playing with all the heroes on this search and rescue mission on hard difficulty, or the third highest, and I like it because I just try and capture that one thing really quick and see how it works. So anyways, as far as movement speed goes, I think she is a little bit faster than most of the heroes. Not by a whole bunch, but she is a little bit faster. You can tell once she starts attacking some of these buildings and stuff, she does a pretty decent amount of damage really darn quick. I'm just showing off how much damage she can do when she's really, really close. Then we're going to start sniping a little bit. So we already got a couple guys attacking us, but it's not too bad yet. Doing an okay job. Still not doing mega damage or anything, though. And we got a bunch of guys all over our face right now. I'm going to have to cloak pretty soon. Now, the cool thing about the cloaking is if you're just about to die, you turn on your cloaking, you can already start healing by the time the cloaking is done. So that's pretty cool. And again, let's just show this cloaking thing off really quick. We can just cloak her. And then if I want to, I can just put a bomb down, run away, and then I can turn my cloaking off. Boop, turn my cloaking off. Then whenever I'm ready, I can just go boom, boom, and explode this bad boy. So let's drop our turret really quick. Oh man, I just realized I lost my snipers, didn't I? I'm like a complete noob. I was paying attention to her too much. Alright, let's see. Looks like my explosion's going to do nothing. But here we go. You can finally see her sniper action up in here. You can see it's just like boom, boom. She's doing a pretty good job sniping. Also, if you don't click the detonate button on your bomb in the time allotted, obviously it's going to explode, right? So that's a little bit upsetting as well. Let's just drop some turrets down here, do some freaking damage. Let's cloak her up and just do extra damage right now. We gotta kill these guys and kill them fast. Yeah, yeah. In fact, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna flamethrower these bad boys. Get over here. And then we'll turn the cloaking off so we don't have to wait the full time to get him back. Again, I'm a little bit upset that I was an idiot and I let my snipers die. I wasn't paying attention. I bet you those, what are they called? I don't know the names of a lot of the units in here, because you can't click on them and look at the names like you could in Kingdom Rush. So you only get one chance to actually look at them and see what their name is, which is obviously a little bit on the sad side. So anyways, this is explosive damage for the, so here, let's just prove that it doesn't hurt her while you're right next to it. Like, nearly positive it doesn't, yeah. It does a pretty decent amount of damage to, buildings as well, but not a crazy amount. For being like a demolition expert, you'd expect this thing to be like, oh, boom, you insta-kill a freaking building. That would make sense. That would be really cool. But it doesn't work that way. So overall, you can see she, for the first paid hero, no, she's not bad. No, she's not terrible. Yes, she's able to survive. She's reasonably tanky, and pretty good at sniping, but overall, I don't find her to be an attractive hero that I want to use as my main hero, especially when I have to pay $3 to use her. I'd rather just use one of the free heroes. That's my opinion, but of course, if you guys want to watch any of my other reviews of any of the other heroes, feel free to check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.